Virgo Zodiac, February 2026. February month prediction. Health. This month the combination of stars facing you is quite auspicious and favorable for your health affairs. Those with a predisposition to sudden acute illness like fevers and inflammations will get considerable relief from their troubles. Such bouts of illness will not bother you. However, it is important that all caution is not thrown to the winds. Normal caution should be exercised. There are grounds to be careful about an eye infection which might trouble you briefly. Any preventive action that can be taken should be gone through. This apart, there is really nothing much to worry about, and in all probability you will face no serious health hazard during this period. Finance. A month that has little cheer for your financial prospects, since the stars are not in an obliging mood. Any litigation or dispute that you might be involved in would quite probably be decided against you. This could result in a loss, and, therefore, you should strive to get the decision postponed to a later and more favorable time. The climate would also not be favorable for investment and the launching of new ventures and, therefore, any such plans should be shelved for the time being. Clearly an unfavorable set of circumstances ahead of you during the coming month, and you would do well to maintain a low financial profile. Profession. The configuration of stars facing you during the coming month is hardly propitious for your career prospects. There is a distinct chance that you would have serious differences with your colleagues, even to the extent of creating unpleasant situations. You would also tend to be somewhat over-ambitious in your approach. This has a built-in element of risk for you which should be borne in mind. In fact, some restraint would be called for. You would tend to work quite hard and travel a lot for your planned objectives. However, there is little likelihood that you would be able to realize these, simply because of the unfavorable set of circumstances you would be in. Education. An excellent month insofar as your educational endeavors are concerned, during which some of you would score notable success. Possessing the necessary drive and motivation, you would proceed with your pursuits in a dynamic manner. Technical students would do very well in their fields. In addition, some of them could well get good marks in some field which demands dexterity. Riding a wave of success, those sitting for any competitive examination would do very well. Further, most of you would be blessed with an absorbent frame of mind, which will greatly facilitate learning. This would also contribute to an excellent performance. Travel. A month during which your travels would not be as rewarding as would normally be the case, since you face an unfavorable combination of stars. Though you would undertake a fair amount of travel in connection with your job or business, you may find your efforts not getting anywhere. Your initiative may not be very useful either. You would travel alone and almost entirely by road or by rail. The most favorable direction would be east by air during this period, though even this may not be very helpful. Further, there is the likelihood of an injury or some other physical trouble during the course of your sojourn. Family. Nothing particularly favorable about the augury from the stars this month, since the stars are not particularly helpful. There is a distinct possibility that some of you would develop strained relations with your brothers, even to the extent to bringing about an extremely unpleasant situation. You must, therefore, avoid trouble spots, and refuse to be provoked into any kind of confrontation. This should help to some extent. Further, curb your fancies of suspicion, for this could well take your relations with your spouse to the doldrums. Discipline yourself to be more tolerant and open in your outlook. Children's activities would also require closer supervision. Pay more heed to their affairs, both in terms of time and energy. Children. This month the affairs of your children would coast along fairly smoothly, though some careful planning might improve results a great deal, since such are the stellar influences this month. Most of them would perform above averagely both at studies and in extracurricular activities. Discipline and obedience may not be very much in evidence, yet some of them may display tremendous initiative and the capacity for original thinking and action. Parents must distinguish between their method in madness and sheer gross indiscipline. The first should be encouraged while the second firmly dealt with. Most children would also be injury prone. God bless you. God bless you.